What's up, friends? Empress Dannie here, back with another episode of the Daily Grind. I'm hot and ready to pour you up a fresh cup of joe and get your day off to the most beautiful start that's available to you. Let's get to those messages, right? What I got the joy down in where? Perhaps today is simply a joyful day. We're starting off with the golden egg at the bottom of the deck. Excellent energy surrounding the self. What I usually find is that sometimes it can indicate maybe there's more that you need to do for yourself. Listen to your soul calling if you're not feeling this energy, right? Where you have this vibrancy about yourself. It could certainly mean choose you next time, right? It could also indicate that self-care is needed, right? Which can be rest, whatever. So make sure that you are listening to what your soul is illuminating. Sometimes these are things, tasks that we need to get done that will give us the peace that we need in our hearts, okay? So whatever it is, make sure at the top of the day, perhaps you're giving attention to that so that you feel a sense of confidence in the soul, knowing that things or you or just life in general is going in the right direction. First card out of the day is the crow. I love it. Crow is a messenger energy, and it usually deals in spiritual messages, right? Crow is usually an indication when it comes that there are some things taking place behind the scenes that are bringing about transformation. So some of you could be certainly getting downloads today. You may even find yourself in a position where you're thinking differently. A heavy focus around thoughts on today is what I feel with the crow coming in being air energy. Yes, air is communication, but you know your thoughts usually do present different words. So your conversation or communication could be transforming as well based on perhaps a spiritual wisdom or insight it is that you're beginning to derive those thoughts from. Which makes me feel like some of you could be thinking differently, and usually this is a precursor to external change, but it is what is spiritual change or mindset change or shift that typically leads to changes in the physical or material world. So got a card that fell right on me foot. Let's see. Fish, young fish, okay? So I am getting this energy of a shift in flow. Some of you, this could be the pull of attraction towards you, what it is that you're pulled or you're drawn to. I definitely feel a sense of some of you, this is grounding into like what feels like your pack, okay? So this could be like your crew. I don't know. I feel if you're a leader of any type, this makes me feel like you could be drawn to lead in a different direction or towards. This could be a different crowd. I don't know that it has to necessarily be reflective of people, but it feels like you're being led in the flow of energy is changing. Sometimes this is not a change in direction, but when the flow of energy changes, the current picks up, right? The energy, you feel more drawn, you feel more led, right? You feel more empowered to lead. So some of you, that's what this transformation is, especially if you're receiving a lot of messages from spirit, a lot of insight from spirit. Then on the other side of, if those messages are picking up, if spirit is talking more and you're listening more and you're putting whatever it is that you're hearing into action, then on the other side of whatever it is that's being heard, chances are as you're going that direction, you're finding perhaps, I don't know why I'm kind of getting like clues pick up, right? You're getting more clues. I'm getting this energy of like, you're getting hotter, right? I don't know, maybe some of you are getting hot smoking, right? It's smoking and maybe you're getting hotter, right? You're on it. Yeah, a lot of cards around like vibration, flow here. We have the bat, more air energy. So air, water, air is what it feels. I can't lie. Some of you, this is really giving like a deep dive, but it's giving like using logic, mental thinking, thoughts, right? Communication is really giving a strong feel of Christ, but then what is going into that more spiritual nature with the fish, operating in divine flow, and perhaps even using something that your mind gives you creativity, weaving this in. That's what this feels. It feels like weaving some things into your world, but ending on air. This is kind of like, it's a vibe, right? Feeling the vibration, picking up on something or a sound of some sort. It doesn't have to be sound as in hearing, but picking up on what feels like this flow carrying. Okay, so we're going to see, I see starfish at the bottom of the deck, which you guys know is a card that has a lot to do with revealing the real from the fake. So I definitely get like where there's authenticity versus inauthenticity. That air is almost like a spiritual communication, where what's communicating is the spirit of a person, place, or thing. And it's showing those authentic spirits, those true spirits. It's also showing those inauthentic spirits. You're not who you say you are. Your reasons ain't what you say they were. You said this is why you did. That's not the reason why. Something about, I feel like the air is changing. This is beautiful because where your spirit led, it's making manifest, it's revealing to you those things or people that are hidden, right? Those hidden motives or intentions. And we're going to talk more about that in the flow that comes a little bit later. If you guys haven't checked out the messages on Tarot Palace, Sunday's message is going to be a powerful one, because Spirit has been giving me lots of insights. But I feel with this crow energy, look, plenty. So some of you, this is where Spirit is talking. Like I said, I'm getting plenty of messages, plenty of insight, plenty of communication. Spirit is giving you plenty of signs, so that you're able to tell again where purpose is true, where it's authentic, and where it's not. Okay, I like this for you. It's going to keep you. It's going to be a gift. I'm going to show you where to show up, how to show up, when to be there, right? Who's maybe for you, who's giving to you. It's going to show you what you need to do in the presence and give you the confidence to do that. The magnet is here. I told y'all I felt a pull energy, okay? So the magnet just kind of confirms as it clarifies the fish. This makes me feel like I said, I get this energy of heightening. It's a greater pull. I don't know. Speaking of the fish and a pool, right? Maybe some of y'all are swimming, but a pull, a greater pull in the direction that perhaps that you're being led. And like I said, some of you, this could be like you're drawn to creativity, to do some different things. This could be to show up different places. Some of you, this step into the light, Caroline, right? Maybe you're drawn to illuminate some things, to show yourself, or to reveal or make some things known. You just feel led. Whatever this is, in a certain direction is what it feels. And I like this. And again, this could indicate certain people are drawn towards you magnetically. They're attracted to you. They're, flowing your direction. You could be going a certain direction, whatever it is. It just feels as though you are recognizing the direction of healing virtue, okay? And you're drawn toward it. Remember, a magnet has two sides. So this could certainly indicate two repellent away from, your flow. If I'm flowing this direction, I don't have a desire to go that particular direction. And this could certainly be where you're being authentic about that. You're being true. You're communicating that. And that could be to someone else. Whatever. What did I tell y'all? Look at the last card that came out. Intention. Told y'all that's the vibe that we're in right now. I love this. Spirit's been speaking so heavily. Okay. And then look, neutral. So intention with the bat is air, getting the vibe. I don't know why that when I see intention and neutral, this is kind of like something is it's given yin and yang, but perfect balance, peace. Okay. There could be a vibration of peace. That could be your intention. There's also an energy of I don't care. And I'm not getting like that flipping like I don't care. I don't give a shit, right? I'm getting like I feel neutral, right? I don't have an opinion one way or another. So some of you're going to pick up a vibration that's like, I don't, and again, that could be what's being communicated, but you're going to be able to, you're going to pick up on this, okay? So that's what it is, okay? The overarching message around today has to do with the rebirth of energy and you being able to sense the spirit of a person, place, or thing and be able to tell when someone's being authentic with you, right? This is kind of like they're telling you everything that you need to know, or they're not, and that's coming as spiritual communication. That is you picking up on what feels, whether this could be whether their intentions are good or whether they're not. And it feels like that neutral energy is whether or not you need to maybe move forward or just kind of like stall or stay. And keep in mind, this could be others as it pertains to you. But what feels like authenticity of purpose coming forward, and it coming forward in a bold way. So I don't feel like this is going to be something that you will have to question. If intentions are bad, you're going to pick up on that. That's going to be in the vibe, because whoever this is owning it, owning their inauthenticity, although they may not be seeing it that way. Sometimes this is a creative means of being able to disguise, I just heard flagrance. And I feel like you're going to pick up on that too. Holy Spirit is going to console you and give you a peace about that flagrance. Look, what did I say? Enemy card came out. Clarifying crow and plenty. So like I said, this is where separation, right? When we talk about the ego, the enemy, this is plenty of separation from God, if you will, coming out in thoughts, words, actions, things like that. Lots of signs is what it feels that gives you a peace with, again, identifying the real or the fake. Or this is a sign, right? Spiritually, you know that the enemy has been defeated, right? I've overcome, or I've defeated plenty of enemies, right? Where there's been separation, this is realizing, wait a minute, I have plenty of authority or power, right? Even if this is over my mind or over my thoughts, again, the Holy Spirit comes in and offers consolation, what feels like revealing or making known to you the enemy, and making that very, very clear, giving you lots of signs. No, that's not real. No, they're not real. That's working against you. They're working against you. And look at that. Lord speaks to dominion. So this is getting in that creative flow, following the current of energy in the direction that I feel like you're being drawn, that gives you authority over whatever this enemy is. Some of you, this could be attacks on your mind, your mental, your mentality, again, your way of thinking. Can be defeating or negative thoughts, or communications coming from others, okay? And look at that. That's why I mean, this is your vibration, and because I feel like it's pure with fortune, I feel like you're being restored in some areas. Some things being, again, brought to neutral, or if it was in neutral, if there was a pause, the vibration is here that the intent I just heard is to move it forward. You're going to have peace about some of those things that are most valuable to you. Some of you, this could be your health. This could be your wealth. This could be your relationships, right? Long-term partnerships, right? The rest of my life. As I hear Stevie Wonder, for once in my life, I have someone who needs me. Someone I needed so long. Can't remember all the words, right? But for some of you, that could be what that indicates is the vibe, the intention, right? My intention is what? Long term, right? My intention is forever, forever, ever. Whatever that looks like. I feel like you're going to see it. You're going to get the message today. Spirit is certainly speaking. Make it last forever. That's what I have for you guys. I love you. And I hope that these messages have benefited you. Make sure you check out the other platforms, right? Check us out on Spotify. Make sure that you join us on Patreon. We'll get the extended messages there. I love you, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye for now.